Hey guys, and how about we watch a death battle, Fulgore vs Sektor. And really quick, I will be watching the entire video, so if you haven't seen it yet, click here to go to the official release. And now. So I didn't know anything about these characters. I didn't even know what games they were from, except for what you guys told me. But just today, earlier today, a few hours ago in fact, I looked up their respective Wikipedias. First I looked up their character infos on just wikipedia.org, and then I looked up, the Mortal Kombat wiki and the Killer Instinct wiki, and checked out their character pages there, so I could at least get a little bit of a feel for each of them. When I first finished reading through them, I was leaning in favor of Sektor for winning, because it seemed like he had a more, versatile arsenal. But then I realized that most of it was really just missiles, like he shot missiles from his chest, and he had like flamethrower hand kind of stuff, and a lot of stuff like that, but a lot of his moves seemed to be based on missiles. And I thought that he still had that over Fulgore, but then I looked back at Fulgore again, and Fulgore has this shield that can bounce projectiles back off, so I think that could counter Sektor's missiles, that device he shoots from his chest that'll like obliterate them, and other such things. So from there I want to lean toward Fulgore winning, but then I think the Sektor has more stealth on his side, so I'm not sure about that. Fulgore, I thought that a plasma claw seemed really powerful, because plasma, that's really hot, the molecules moving ridiculously fast, like a lightsaber, kind of thing. I don't know what Sektor's like pulse blade or whatever is like, so I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, I don't know. So I know a little bit more about the characters, more of what their arsenals contain and what they can do, but I'm still not sure, because Wikipedia's, they only go so far in telling, good, valid information. I feel it's unbiased, but in that, it's kind of hard to really gauge the strengths. So I'm gonna have to rely a lot on the analyses here. So with that little said, let's get to watching. I'm still wanting to lean in favor of Sektor, but I really have to see what the analyses say, because the reflector shield can do a lot, I think, for Fulgore.
Cyborgs are fucking badass.
As someone with my own cybernetic arm that suffers constant glitches, I have to agree. Cyborgs are awesome.
I didn't know
like
that
Fulgore,
Wiz had
the
one.
metal monster of Killer Instinct.
And Sektor, the ninja cyborg from Mortal Kombat.
Even though from what I know of them, I kind of want to say they're more androids than cyborgs.
Oh, sorry. Arm's glitching up again.
When you least expect it, Wiz. When you least expect it.
I'm Wizard and he's Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, let's check it out. Because they're both from brutal killing games,
In the world of Killer Instinct, there are no governments, no courts, no nations. There is only the mega corporation that controls the Earth.
Walmart, Ultratech!
Yes.
To tighten his iron grip even further, Ultratech's chairman plotted to build an army of cybernetic
He actually looked familiar.
Thus, he created the deadly, sadistic prototype known as Fulgore.
Oh, I forgot, he does have laser eyes.
Now there's a name that will strike fear
aside from
into
that
your
and the
enemies.
plasma, I'm not
Just
sure.
saying it gives me chills. Standing 6 feet 5 inches with over 500 pounds of reinforced steel, Fulgore is a brutal killing machine, all while rocking a stylish ponytail. Steven Seagal would be proud.
Yes,
Actually,
okay.
to dupe people into trusting
Seems more like
their
the feather.
cyborgs, Ultratech cleverly designed Fulgore to look the part of an honorable knight. Helmet
It does
plume
look like that.
included.
Call it what you want,
Like the whole
Wiz.
visor thing.
That's a ponytail.
Before testing the prototype even began, Ultratech had sold over 15 million
Hey, there's REACTOR,
Fulgore
right?
units worldwide.
We're gonna see him next time.
Ed 209 has taught us anything, that's a bad idea.
Ooh,
Someone finally had the bright idea to see if this thing even worked and entered Fulgore into Ultratech's annual Killer Instinct tournament.
As the penultimate
Sure enough, there
challenger.
was a major problem.
I think.
Fulgore's mechanical body was so advanced, Ultratech's top scientists could not create an artificial intelligence that could operate it efficiently.
Fulgore needed the mind of a true fighting spirit.
Oh. So that's where you get a human
Enter Eagle,
involved.
the
Gotcha.
older brother of current KI combatant Chief Thunder.
Eagle had entered a previous KI tournament and won. He
Well, good for
used his
him.
newfound fame to publicly protest the evils of Ultratech. The people rallied. Talk of revolution began to seed.
But then some guy at Ultratech, probably the dude who wanted to test Fulgore, was like,
Probably.
hey, let's kill Eagle, stop his revolution, then rip out his brain and drop it in our robot.
No, honestly, that's a
Eagle
smart thing to do.
mysteriously disappeared. Fulgore started
Killing
kicking
several
ass,
birds
and that
with one
guy
stone.
probably got a promotion.
Particularly Eagle.
With the implanted mind of Eagle, Fulgore effortlessly smashed through foe after foe. However, Eagle still lived somewhere within. constantly
he's, like,
fighting
merciful,
to overcome
kinda?
his malicious programming
Yeah.
in a horribly ironic situation.
Fulgore draws from Eagle's traditional Okichita fighting style, which crosses Judo, Taekwondo, and Hapkido with short-ranged blades.
Like his quad plasma claws, which can cut through almost any metal with temperatures over 30,000 degrees Fahrenheit.
Told you it's hot.
In
It's
addition, he's
plasma.
equipped with everything a badass killer cyborg should have. Plasma storm fireballs, a reflector to bounce back projectiles,
Yep.
a cyber port, a cloaking device, and laser eyes for flare.
I'm not sure I knew about the cloaking
when his foe's
device.
time grows short, Fulgore uses one of 4 overwhelming finishers called No Mercies.
Like it just like replaces
Where was
his head.
he keeping that?
Exactly.
How can you see where he's aiming?
Fulgore's strength is staggering, but where does all this power come from? Hidden within his armor chassis is
That giant fucking turret somehow.
a nuclear reactor, which powers everything at his disposal.
Okay.
Fulgore can manually overclock this reactor, increasing its charge multiple times.
At max charge, he gains a massive power increase, doubling his speed and allowing him to fire a giant laser of doom, the Devastation Beam.
And that's what we saw is the preview for this battle. Yes.
With something like that,
Which
he's
is pretty
gotta be
boss looking.
unstoppable.
Almost, until he met the warrior monk Jago, who literally tore him apart. Despite the dismemberment, Ultratech still had plans for their mechanical butcher. He was rebuilt, stronger, faster, and reprogrammed with a new mission: find and kill his rival, Jago. A mission Fulgore never completed.
He came so close, but then the little wuss called in his god-slaying sister Orchid and double-teamed him into destruction.
Oh, cool, Orchid.
Still, Fulgore is a monster.
I think she's coming up in
annihilating
another battle
anyone who
too.
gets in
Yeah,
his
Ivy
way.
versus Orchid.
Well, nearly anyone. Bitch.
So he was already strong, and then he was destroyed, and they made him better. Did they say how quickly he can recharge that reactor thing? Because I think that'd be very important in a battle. And now we get to see Sektor, I guess.
Earth was in grave danger.
Earth's always in
the
grave
interdimensional
danger.
overlord Shao Kahn was one victory away from conquering the human world.
In order
Impressive,
to stack
Khan.
up with Khan's invading monsters, the Grand Master of the Lin Kuei clan of assassins came up with a plan so crazy, it just might work.
Oh dear, what is
Let's
it?
turn all of our ninjas into robots.
That guy is my fucking hero.
Yes.
Thus, the Cyber
is that how it
Initiative
happened?
was created. The first and only willing member of the Lin Kuei to undergo the mechanization was the Grandmaster's own son, Sektor.
Oh.
Who names their kid Sektor? It's like the day his child was born. He's like, I'm gonna give you this cool cyber name just in case I ever pull off my crazy as shit plan to turn everyone I know into robots.
Just in case. So he's like the only one
Sektor
who
was already an
embraced it, I
unrivaled
guess.
assassin and master of ninjutsu, sambo, and kenpo.
As a cyborg,
I don't know
he's
what
all
all those
that,
are,
plus
to be
extra
honest.
armor and a never-ending supply of missiles.
Why would a ninja, master of
Like,
the
I just
silent
rock him
kill,
like that.
use a missile launcher?
He's also got 2 flamethrowers on his wrists, a cloaking device, a laser pistol, a teleporting rocket punch, and lightsabers.
They're actually called pulse blades.
Yeah, see,
They're
both, I remember the
definitely
name.
lightsabers. Sweet royalty-free lightsabers.
So see, I think those could combat the, oh my gosh, plasma claws. But I'm not sure. Yeah, see, that
To
looks
close
painful.
the kill, Sektor finishes foes with a brutal fatality, like the Robosect, Missile Strike, or the Compactor.
Just crush him to death. Oh.
Okay, how do these robo guys keep all this impossible shit in their chests? Do they have black holes for hearts or something?
Regardless of the storage
Possible.
quandary,
A
Sektor's
TARDIS or
Compactor
something?
can crush a human being in mere seconds. At minimum,
Why
crushing
can't he
an
just do that with
entire
his
human
hands?
body into paste requires nearly 2 tons of pressure.
Oh.
The new Sektor proved invaluable, aiding Shao Kahn in multiple Mortal Kombat tournaments against the defenders of humanity. And
Oh, wait,
after Khan
oh.
discovered a loophole around the tournament,
didn't know he was working with Khan.
Sektor led the Lin Kuei in the invasion of Earthrealm.
But despite the pure badassery of being a robo ninja, not everybody wanted to do it.
Fearing the loss of mind and soul, a few Lin Kuei managed to escape.
Oh, good for
Sektor
them.
was tasked with hunting these traitors and dragging them back to the Grand Master, dead or alive.
Oh, to make...
The list of defectors included a young ninja named Sub-Zero.
Oh, hey, everyone knows him by name at least, right?
Mega
I know
Sector was
Sub-Zero.
nearly unstoppable.
By name.
He slaughtered the clan's enemies by the dozens without so much as batting a robo-eye. But no matter how hard he tried, he could never take down that poster boy Sub-Zero.
Until Raiden reset the timeline and practically gift-wrapped him.
Oh.
However, Sector's
that's kinda cheating.
transformation was not perfect. While his cybernetics enhanced his body, they had a different effect on his mind. In just a few years, Sector unraveled, tumbling deeper and deeper into an unescapable well of insanity.
Oh, that's fun.
Mad
Like
with
Deadpool.
power, Sector murdered his own father,
Or maybe not
intending
quite
to claim the
Deadpool.
title of Grand Master for himself.
Until Sub-Zero showed up and totally ninja'd that shit, and then kicked him out of the Lin Kuei for good.
Aw.
Bummer.
Sector was alone. His only companions the twisted voices in his head. Eventually,
That's
he
not so
managed
bad.
to found his own clan of cyber warriors, the Takunin. Sector now roams the realms, hungry for mortal combat.
Mortal Kombat!
Ah.
You actually did it.
Thank you.
You're a cyborg.
We are the Lin Kuei, more stealthful than the night.
Okay. I guess I'll
Alright,
get ready
the
for
combatants are
the.
set. Let's end
the
this
commercial
debate
now.
once and for all.
Death battle!
I'm assuming there's like a. Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, so I paused it right then. That's gonna suck to sync for me, but all right. So let's talk about this really quick. It's hard to say. I was leaning in Sector's favor for the most part because he seemed like he could do more just physically with his. He seemed more of a ninja to me, like invisibility, the more kind of teleportation and stealth kind of stuff. But Fulgore, they showed that he could do more of that than I thought he could as well. They also showed that Fulgore could do a lot just hand to hand. His human part, the mercy bit might get in the way, and I think that Sector's insanity might kind of help fuel him. So I'm not entirely sure how this is going to work out. In the end, though, I think that even with Fulgore's reflective barrier kind of thing, he has to activate it himself. So missiles can still hurt him. But on top of that, even if Sector can't use that against Fulgore, he still has his plasma blades, which could pulse blades, which could combat the plasma claws. He still has just his good tricks, his uppercuts, his everything. And I know one of his finishing moves or whatever that I read was first he hits him with a rocket, but then he like uppercuts them so hard that he like breaks their jaw, their skull, sends teeth flying or something. And I didn't read anything like that for Sector. Of course, that just depends on how the wikis are, were written, or for Fulgore, sorry. But I'm gonna say that Sector is going to win this one. So fingers crossed for me and for Sector. If Fulgore wins though, awesome. He seems like a cool guy. So I'm gonna find where we resume this. If we resume it right away, awesome. But I'll see you guys there. Play. Oh yeah, we started right into it. Okay. Oh hey, look, he's invisible. Okay, I think this is gonna be cool. Let's see what happens. Come on, Sector, let me be right. Ow, ow, ow. So already he used like his reflective thing. Oh, but we saw the reactor. Ooh, that could suck. They even have like lightsaber sounds going. Ow. Oh, come on, Sector. You gotta beat him before that charges up or you're in trouble. This isn't gonna succeed. It can't. Oh, not what I expected. Ninja. Come on, let me see that jaw-breaking uppercut. Oh. I feel like Fulgore's gonna like break it or something. Uh-oh. Oh, freak. He's really close on that reactor. He's really close. Fulgore won.
Devastation
Fulgore
beam
won.
lives up to its name.
Yep.
This was a close one. With his ninja ability, Sector could easily outmaneuver Fulgore's bulk, but Fulgore had the edge in every other category. He had more options for defensive, close, and long-range combat. Being
Did he?
almost twice as big, his size and strength surmounted Sector's. And whenever Sector did get an upper hand, Fulgore simply overclocked his reactor to compensate.
And while neither of them have successfully defeated their rivals, Sector has been humiliated by Sub-Zero over and over. But Fulgore would have won his second duel with Jago if Orchid hadn't stepped in.
It took the combined might of two demigod killers to take Fulgore down.
In the end, Sector got blown up.
The winner is Fulgore.
Alright, claps for Fulgore. Cool. Let's see what this next time is. Hasn't been spoiled! Yay! What is it? Hopefully I know at least one of them. That could be anything. Like a shark, or Godzilla, or... Okay, cool. All right.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Gonna watch to
this
the
latest
end to make
episode
sure
of Death Battle.
nothing
Be sure to
big
like and
fun
subscribe
happens.
and favorite and all that stuff.
And don't forget to show it to everyone. Dogs, cats, friends, people who aren't your friends, enemies, tell them why you're better.
Anyone.
I don't know, show it to every person. And I don't care, just share it with people.
Well, I'll share it with anyone who watches my channel. How about that, guys? Okay, cool. So straight into talking about it. Yeah, so I was wrong. Go ahead, rub that in my face if you want to. But yeah, I guess I underestimated Fulgore and his like hand-to-hand capabilities, because that's where I really thought Sektor was gonna pick it up. Yeah, I didn't realize, and I'm still not sure what his defensive capabilities are, like hand-to-hand, how he really had the upper hand on Sektor. I'll have to rewatch that sometime and really pay attention to the analyses, actually read the sidebars rather than just listen to them and watch the pictures or the image videos, whatever. But you know, I'm not disappointed by that by any means. No, I thought Fulgore was a very capable opponent. You know, like, of course, he's Killer Instinct, like I said, penultimate, so the second to last competitor, at least in one of the games, according to the wiki that I read. So he's got to be strong. He plays a pretty key part in it, that Ultratech, which is apparently, you know, the big corporation of that world, you know, they sent him out there to be like their ultimate killing machine. And apparently, if his story wins, or if he wins in the story, then yeah, they mass produce him and he ends up taking over the world. So that's pretty big. Whereas Sektor, yeah, I guess he hasn't really accomplished that much. When he did, he kind of cheated to do it. Like you said, when he finally got, what's his bucket? Sub-Zero, I guess it was. Yeah, he was basically gift wrapped, I think is how they put it. So yeah, I didn't, during the middle part where I spoke, I didn't even think about the reactor again. I'd completely forgotten about that by the time the Sektor portion was finished. If I had thought about that though, I can't guarantee that I would have changed my mind, that I would have gone for Fulgore instead, because even though I thought Fulgore was really strong, I didn't think that everything would be compensated for. I thought the biggest thing he had against Sektor was, again, the reflector shield, because Sektor seemed to rely so heavily on his missiles. I just thought they had more going for him as well, you know, aside from that, like if you cancel both of them out, yeah. I don't remember anywhere them saying that Fulgore could withstand those kinds of pressures, because if it really takes that many tons of pressure to crush a human, then, you know, Sektor, that clamper thing, whatever it's called, is really rather strong. But then again, Fulgore isn't a human. He was made of so many pounds of steel. So, I didn't think about that until I'm talking just now. I guess that would make a lot more sense. And with time, I do remember saying this though during the Fulgore part, that however, you know, quickly he could build up that charger, that reactor, that would play a big role. So, I was at least kind of right there. No, but that was cool. I want to say really quick, I would not consider them both cyborgs. I would consider Sektor a cyborg because he was a human that was made into, you know, like more robotic, whereas Fulgore seems like he was built as a robot and then human parts were added. So I'd say he's an android. I think, for me, this is just me being, like, picky now. The difference is, like, the origin. If you start human, then you're a cyborg. If you start robot, then you're an android. Am I wrong? But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, of course, feel free to like, comment, and if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, it really helps me out, and I would love to have you guys. So, tune in next time for my next video. And until then, take care.